As artists, we need to protect our art and artwork. Unfortunately, fraud, scams, and identity theft also affect us. In this video, I will talk about the ways we should protect ourselves from fraud and also how we can detect this scammy behavior. The first thing I want to talk about is NFTs. As artists, we get messages like, hey, I like your art and I want to buy them as NFTs. I want to buy them for, let's say, $3,000. And they specify which platform through which they want to buy your art as NFTs. These are the biggest scams right now. If you have your NFT collection already on OpenSea and other platforms, you can tell them to buy from there. If they're refusing it, there might be something else going on there. Also, make sure that their grammar is right, their spelling is right, because if they have so many mistakes in that language, that is also very fishy. That means they are phishing. Yeah, exactly. Phishing scam. Fishy. Number 2 is getting messages on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook like, hey, you violated our public guidelines and your account will be permanently closed. If you want to dispute that, please click here. I know this message is pretty scary, but you have to make sure that it's coming from a validated account. If it's like random Facebook group, or if it's a random Instagram account with like 1 follower, or doesn't look like Instagram, doesn't look like Facebook, then don't click on that link, because once you click it, then they might get all your information. There was another phishing scam going on, and that included something like, oh, some people are talking about your art in a bad way. If you want to see their comments, click here. And once you click on that link, they are asking you to enter your Instagram username and your password. Don't give your password, don't give your username in any kind of platform, guys. Especially your social security number is really important. If Instagram is paying you and they need to send you some tax document, then they can ask your social security number, but you can see that they are going step by step. It's not from an account, it's from the app itself. So you might know the difference if it's a scam or if it's really Instagram. Another thing that happens to artists is that when we are doing commissions, sometimes people don't want to pay up front, and some artists are okay with that. So they finish the piece, and by the time it's finished, the artist texts them letting them know the art piece is ready, and the commissioner goes like, hey, I didn't like this piece, I'm not buying it, and then they disappear. So if you don't want to have this happen to you, you have to make sure that you collect your payments upfront, because this might happen quite a lot. The second thing is, some people who commission you might ask for no signatures, which you should never do. Because what they do, they get commissions themselves and then they give you that reference photo. And once you complete it without a signature, they sell this to the commissioner as their own artwork. In order to prevent that, please tell them upfront that you will be signing your piece. And another thing to remember with commissions, you have to tell them no refunds. Sometimes the commissioner likes the painting from the photo, but when the painting arrives, they say that, hey, I didn't like this in reality, so I want a refund. If you never told them like there's no refund policy on commissions, they might follow through and they might sue you actually. So if you don't want to get into that, definitely make sure that there's no refund policy from the very beginning, from the get-go, so that they will know what they're getting into. If you find other people impersonating you on social media, definitely you need to report this person. You can tell Instagram that they're impersonating you, but if you already reported it and nothing is happening, then you can go to Facebook customer service. It's a hard find. If you go to Facebook's main page and from the contact page, if you choose chat, then you can chat with an actual person and they can look into your case. Besides, you need to tell your friends and family to report this account as well, because just you reporting it might not be enough. But if they get enough complaints, then definitely they will take action and close down that account. If you don't want to take that route and talk to the person first, do that. You can tell them, hey, I'm going to complain about your content to Instagram, and if you don't want to be closed down, please just take down all the materials that belongs to me. This, what you are doing is a crime. They might take it seriously and take it down. They might block you. I mean, you have to think about all the options right there. And finally, I want to talk about installments. If you're getting commissions with installments, or you're selling your art with installments, I don't know if you ever do that, but if you are doing it, then you have to be extra careful, because once they receive the art piece, once they are done with the commission, they might not pay the rest of the installments. You need to take this risk. So if you want to take that risk, you have to make sure that you have a contract signed by both sides so that you can hold them accountable. And finally, should you copyright your work or not? I mean, if you're very productive and you have so many art pieces and you're not that famous yet, then maybe you don't need to copyright every painting that you have. But once you get more and more known in your society, then definitely this might be something that you might want to consider. But also, art is very interesting. What's the line between copying someone and inspired by someone? I don't want you to become paranoid, or I don't want you to be scared, but I want you to be protected. If you are selling your art online, I had talked about biggest mistakes that artists make while selling their art. I highly recommend you to watch it today, right now, because if you are making those mistakes, you can stop them right away. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.